This episode is sponsored today by the book 10 Tips on How to Survive Your Parents' Divorce. This book was written by kids. It's for kids. It's a coloring book. When you have a tragedy of divorce and you have young children who do not know how to express themselves, this coloring book, 10 Tips on How to Survive Your Parents' Divorce, is the coloring book for them. Pick it up today at blendingthefamily.com or even on Amazon. 10 Tips on How to Survive Your Parents' Divorce. Again, written by kids, for kids.
Welcome to another edition of Blending the Family, the podcast. I'm your host, Tommy Maloney. Let me get situated here. Oh, I'm a little tangled up. Podcasting while driving. A never-ending story. How's that for a title? There you go. All right. Just completed the ritual a lot of us divorced people have to go through, and that is the exchanging of the child. And I don't know about you, where your neutral drop-off is. It just seems, and I'm not plugging McDonald's just to plug McDonald's, but I don't know. I remember a long time ago, I dated a girl, and that was where her ex-boyfriend, that was their drop-off. It was also McDonald's. Maybe it's what McDonald's could do as a campaign is, something about maybe creating a Happy Meal for the parents after they've dropped off their kid from the weekend, and you need something to boost you up. You need something, because I'm depressed. I'm bummed. It was a good weekend, even though Connor was sick a little bit on Friday and a little bit on Saturday. But overall, I want to tell you something. I was like trying to figure out what do I want to talk about in this episode. And on this episode, I want to talk about one of those occasions where I really do feel that I'm right, you're wrong. And here's what I mean by that, and don't take it personally, but you might. When my wife Ann and I were dating, we said that if the kids didn't get along, we weren't going to continue dating. It's not fair to the kids, okay? It's not fair to them. And I started thinking about this more and more because on Saturday I got my hair cut. I got a lot of hair cut. I felt like I lost 50 pounds of hair. It came off. I love having like almost no hair, but I digress. And the gal that was cutting my hair, she's divorced, single mom. And I was talking to her about, divorce stuff, and I told her, I said, well, our philosophy was if the kids didn't get along, we were going to continue on, and I could feel that she really didn't believe that statement to be a true statement, a good statement, a statement that made sense. But here's where my point was really well proven, and that was today. At church, you might have heard her podcast episode. We had Becca on the podcast. But Becca, my 16-year-old bonus daughter, on Sundays, during first service, she teaches class there for the real young ones. And Saturday night, she said, hey, I need help. So let Connor know. Connor was, like I said, not feeling well, so he was in his room. But he was awake when I went into his room to check on him. And I said, hey, by the way, set your alarm. Becca needs your help tomorrow. He's like, all right, cool. And it was really a beautiful moment. It was a proud daddy moment this morning, watching the two of them, because Becca's driving. She has her own car, and the two of them got into her car, and went to church together. And then after church, we had brunch together. So Ann and I left church. The Wonder Twins came a little bit later. But it was nice. It was a nice feeling. It was a family feeling. It was family moments like this where I truly believe that if the kids hated each other, or not necessarily hate, but just didn't get along, you wouldn't be able to have really good, positive family moments. And this is where I truly believe that adults who are dating after divorce, that if you truly, and I've had several moms and dads tell me, oh, the kids come first. Well, if the kids come first, then you have to do the right thing. If you're dating somebody and the kids just don't want to be near each other, don't want to be forced into a relationship per se that they don't want to be a part of, you can't force them into a relationship. You can't force them into what you want. And again, if you tell me my kids' needs, my kids come first, however, it doesn't matter as far as the dating aspect, and what I mean by that is I'm dating whoever, and if my son or daughter doesn't get along with their son or daughter, well, that's okay. They'll learn to love each other. It's like, really? Really? Would you like to be forced upon a situation like that, of family dynamics like that? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Like I'm saying, is that it truly is magical. Truly is magical when changing lanes, when you create a positive family environment. And if you truly are putting your kids first, that's how you do it. Okay? That's how you do it. You put the kids' needs first. If the kids just are not getting along, you know what? Give it time. As far as maybe it's not the right time for you to be dating that person. Maybe you need to take a break. Maybe you need to wait. And I know some of you are probably flipping me off or rolling your eyes at me or calling me an idiot or whatever else you want to call me. I don't care. But like I said, I witnessed it firsthand this weekend of what my wife and I created. And it goes from the very first time that we got the kids together. Ann and I waited over a month. Gosh, it was maybe 2 months, really, before we got the kids together. Because first we had to make sure that her and I were compatible. I know this is going to sound like an oxymoron, but Tommy, you're saying if the kids didn't get along, then you would have stopped dating. Then why would you be concerned about compatibility? Because I firmly believe both Ann and I put the faith in our kids that they were going to get along. So I want us to have a positive thought process that this was all going to work out. And it all did work out. And it really is, I'm truly blessed that Betsy, Becca, love Connor just like their own brother, and Connor truly loves Betsy and Becca just like they were blood sisters. And it was meant to be. Okay, it was meant to be. And I don't know if you've heard me tell the story of what Anna and I did for the first time the kids met. There was an outdoor ice skating rink, and that's where we met up and took the kids ice skating. And Connor and I got there early, and we were standing in the middle of this ice rink, this little center of ice, and Becca was the first one to get her skates on. She comes up to Connor, smacks him in the shoulder, and says, "Tag, you're it," and the two of them took off. I knew right then and there this was all going to work out. Do we have our problems? Yeah. Do we have our moments? Yeah. However, the big picture is that if Anna and I didn't set good examples of, again, putting their needs, the kids' needs first, then the kids probably would have resented each other. I'll give you one more story of why this truly worked out. So you hear me talk about using the word bonus. Not a fan of step. Matter of fact, the Brady Bunch episode, it was the Brady Bunch episode where Bobby was going to run away from home and Carol was going to go with him. That episode was the episode where Florence Henderson, a.k.a. Mom Brady, a.k.a. Carol Brady, told Bobby the only steps in this house lead upstairs. As I said, we use the word bonus. We've essentially dropped the word bonus, and now it's here are my daughters. They say, here's my brother, and here's the story. Years ago, we were skiing. Well, not we. I was sitting in the lodge area, and one family asked Betsy, "So what brings you up here?" And she just simply, without blinking, said, "Oh, we're up here for my brother's hockey tournament." Not bonus, not step, my brother. And I'm telling you, and this is going to sound repetitive, but it means so much to me that you have a successful blended family. If you truly mean what you say, and the kids' needs are going to come first, then they have to come first. You with me? You feeling me? Now, I could also say this about the pets, too. And I'm very fortunate that both Ann and I are dog people and don't have those opposites where, one's a cat person, one's a dog person. But even in those situations, I'm sorry. If one person's a dog person, one person's a cat person, there's going to be some animosity there. Because let's say, you're moving in together and, he has cats and you really want a dog, and he's like, we really can't have a dog because I have cats. That's, again, in my opinion, that's a situation, that's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker. Sorry if you're a cat person. I'll never forget, I was in a Toastmaster meeting once that said something about cats. And one of the members there just ripped me apart. Just ripped me apart. Call me some names about making fun of cats. And that's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I want to try an experiment. I want to see if this works. Hey, if you have one of those home voice devices, tell them to play Blending the Family, the podcast, and see if it works. I would love to find out if that worked or not. So just email me at tommy@blendingthefamily.com. Hey, Google Home, play the latest podcast of Blending the Family. Alexa, I want to hear my favorite podcast, Blending the Family. See if Alexa plays it for. I want to know, how cool would that be? I'll make you a deal. The first three people that you gotta prove to me somehow. Videotape it. Video it on your phone and send it to me at Tommy@blendingthefamily, and I want to hear it. I want to hear you go, hey Google, play Blending the Family, the podcast, and the first three people that do it, I'll send you my book, 25 Tips for Divorced Dads, and I'll send you the kids' book, 10 Tips on How to Survive Your Parents' Divorce, free of charge. First three people that do it, I will send you those two books. All right, it's getting a little windy in here, and I think I've made my point pretty clear. I think you get it. You understand it. You're a smart group. You're a smart audience. And I'm telling you, in all sincerity, if you truly believe that you are one of those people that tell me and tell others, oh yeah, my kids' needs come first, prove it to them. Especially if you're even if you're dating somebody who doesn't have kids and they don't like them, come on. Yeah. Been there, done that. Not going to go into gory details on that one, but yeah. All right. Well, please, my ask as always, please go to however you get this glorious podcast, and need reviews, need ratings. Big shout out, I'll say it, the Bro Crush, Scott doesn't even, he and his wife don't even have kids. Yeah, they got cats, but that's their problem. But Scott, thank you. Read your comments on iTunes. Thank you. Come on, I'll give you a shout out on the podcast. You leave a rating and review, and I don't get a notification, so email me too. Let me know. Hey Tommy, I just sent you, or just on iHeartRadio, I just made a comment. Thank you. All right, just send me an email, Tommy@blendingthefamily.com, Tommy@blendingthefamily.com. All right, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for downloading, sharing, caring. Oh my gosh, I am so honored that you are listening to this podcast. And remember, as always, no hate mail.